Alright, so just earlier today, or if you're watching this tomorrow, then that means yesterday, the 10 released. And if you're wondering what the 10 were, which you probably aren't if you saw the thumbnail, essentially they were the Nike and Off-White collaboration. So these shoes, or at least 5 of them, released a little while ago. I think it was September 11th or September 9th, somewhere around there. And the resale was insane because they were so limited. I think they were limited to like 4 countries or something like that. Don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure exactly. But today they did sort of a re-release or a restock, I guess you could say. And I want to know, did you guys take an L or did you take a W? So, again, like I always say in all my videos, like, be honest. I don't want you to lie. There's no fun in that. Because if you took an L, honestly, there's no big deal. Yeah, 10 of them released, but this was a hard release. I mean, even myself, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get them. Luckily, I got myself 1 pair. And to be honest, initially I was considering reselling them, but right now, I got a closer look at them, started browsing at the pictures, and I said, you know what? I think I might have to keep these. They're really, really nice in my opinion, but I also could use the money to pick up some more Jordans because I'm not that big of a hype beast. I admit to being a hype beast, but I'm not that crazy of a hype beast. But I'm wasting your time, guys. Let's get right into it. How I cop them, or possibly how some of you guys cop them. So, essentially, they released on the Nike Sneakers app. In addition to that, the Sneakers website. And the release is going to be exactly the same for the Kaws 4. So all the tips I'm going to be giving you now, you should implement for the Kaws 4 in addition to any future releases that are going to be on the Sneakers app. Okay, so let's get right into it. So I was actually in school during this release, and I know a lot of you guys were too if you're in college, if you're in high school. Look, a lot of us were in school for this. If you are at work too, I know it might have been kind of annoying that they all released between 1 and 3 o'clock. I mean, come on, Nike. People have work to go to. Kids have school. Like, you couldn't put it on a weekend? I guess maybe because of the Yeezy drop. They didn't want to interfere with that. Maybe because of the Dornbeckers dropping. Alright, so essentially, what I personally did, I went to the upcoming section, and I would see, okay, so the Air Prestos are coming out at 1 p.m. And then after that, the Blazers are coming out 1:30. The Hyperdunks 1:30 as well. And then after that, it was the Air Max 90 at 2, Air Vapor Max at 2. And then after that, Air Force 1 Low 2:30, Air Max 97 2:30, Zoom Fly also at 2:30, and the Air Jordan 1 at 3 o'clock that everyone was trying to get. So what I personally like to do, instead of just refreshing this, like keep scrolling down and refreshing it, what I actually tried to do to save a little time, when I saw my clock hit, say it was for the 1 o'clock release, when I saw it hit 12:59, I set a timer. And with the timer, I was hoping that it was accurate. When it hit about 57 seconds or 58 seconds, I clicked the shoe, and usually I had pretty good timing where all I had to do was purchase. You just click the number in the bottom left corner. It says the price tag. If you go to look at it now, it'll say sold out right there, unfortunately. Or if you got a pair, it'll say purchased. But that's what I did to get in really quick. The problem that I know a lot of you probably had, and I did too, for the first like 7 of them, I was trying to get them, but every time I clicked the page and I would click buy, it would just say error. I got a few different types of errors. One of them just said error. One of them said try again. One of them didn't take my password. But here was my biggest tip. This is essential for copying these off-whites or for copying the Kaws in the future. Really just for copying anything off the Sneakers app. You have to fill out your information beforehand, and you have to set it for default. So that was a mistake a lot of my friends in school made. I tried to explain to them, look, man, you got to set it up. And they're like, no, it's fine. I can fill it out. You have to go into your settings. You could go to your account, hit settings, then you click address, fill in your address, go to payments, fill in your payments, and then after that, I think you could even fill in your size. Now, there were no half sizes, I believe. Like, I didn't see any 9.5 or 10.5. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I was just rushing. But I saw 9, 10, 11, 12, like 8, 7 solid sizes. So I set my size for a size 10. That's the closest size to me. And what I did was, as soon as I got in, all I had to do was click buy. It would load, and then you fill in your password. What you should do, and you might think this is a little stupid, but guys, it's worth it. Practice typing your password like really quickly. Even if you have to, set up your password so it's extremely easy. My password isn't that crazy to remember, and I've practiced it so many times where I could literally just tap away and it just won't be a problem. So with that out of the way, I guess I'd like to move on to my other tip. And I actually didn't find this out until the first release where there were 2. You could actually sign up for more than one. I remember with the Jordan 1s that restocked on here. I remember the bread ones came back, the band ones, and the Royals, the Black Toes, and the All-Stars. If you were to click buy, it would say pending or you're waiting in line. And if you were to leave, you would lose your spot. So I didn't want to leave the page. So when there were 2 shoes, what I did was I clicked one and I stayed there. I didn't even go for the other one. What I should have done, and this is what I did for the next one, you could actually go ahead and try to buy all 3 of them, which is what I did for, hold on, let me see what it was. For the Air Force 1 Low, the Air Max 97, and the Zoom Fly. That was the little session at 2:30 where I got my pair. And you could actually go for every single one of the shoes. Some of you guys are saying, oh, thanks Sherlock, thanks for pointing out the obvious. Hey, I didn't know this. I thought it was going to be like the Jordan 1 release where if you left, you got screwed. In this case, though, no, you could go for all 3. So I signed up for, first I actually went for the Zoom Fly, and then after that I went for the Air Max 97 and then the Air Force 1 Low. So funny enough, the one that I went for second, I actually got the pair for, and that was the Air Max 97, a pair that I'm extremely satisfied with. Not disappointed at all. So I guess this illustrates the point that you could be a little late. You don't have to be perfectly on time. Maybe it even helps if you're a little late because perhaps you won't get that error. I'm not sure, but I clicked the Zoom Fly one right away, didn't get it. Clicked the Air Max 97 one right after that, and I got it. So, I don't know. I don't really understand that. One of my friends got the Air Jordan 1s. I was really, really jealous of him, but I'm happy with what I got. So, yeah, I took a W on this release. I only got 1 pair. I'm not crying about only 1 pair. In fact, I'm extremely grateful. And if you took an L, hey, no big deal. And I keep stressing this. This Saturday, the Beluga 2.0 is coming out. Yeah, there's obviously going to be resale on them. It's not going to be too high, but that's because they're going to be so, I can't even stress this enough. They're going to be so easy to get. If you saw Yeezy Mafia's tweet recently about all the cities that are going to be getting them, it's really insane. The stock on these, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be around the creams, if not even more. And if you're asking me, that's insane. A lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on some Yeezy Boosts. Kanye said everyone would get Yeezys. And everyone could have bought the Power Phases for around $200. But now, everyone could get Yeezy Boost. So, if you're wondering how to get those Yeezys, just check out my How to Cop guide. It's called How to Get the Beluga 2.0, I believe. So, I guess that's it. That's how I copped my pair personally. I was in school. I had to go to the bathroom for one release while I was in English class. And then I was in digital photography. And I just kind of held the phone right under my lap. Teacher didn't really find out, so I was cooling. But then after I got the pair, I got a little hyped. I hope she didn't realize that, but I was jumping around and everything. All right, so again, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you learned something from here. If you enjoyed, I don't know why you would enjoy this. This is terrible. But if you're new, subscribe. And I'll see you guys around.
And the problem is transport. It takes very